Hey, what's going on, guys? So I thank you guys so much for the amazing support you guys are giving me on my Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War videos. And I also wanted to let you guys know that if you guys are watching this right now, I'm actually streaming on twitch.tv/butterbargaming. We're getting some Modern Warfare games in. Hopefully we'll have some fun. We'll play some Ground War and just kind of see how it goes. But at least I just want to let you guys know. I hope you guys enjoy this video and have a great rest of the day. Get them guns, man! Alright, bye, guys. Hey, what's going on, guys? Butterbar here. Welcome back to the channel. So today we are going to talk about skill-based matchmaking, and we're going to talk about team balancing. But first I want to talk about this real quick because this is just breaking as I'm making this video. And that is map voting is actually coming back into Black Ops Cold War. Now, I will say this. It was at least in this alpha. The alpha that they played on stream yesterday when the reveal was happening did have map voting in it. Now, I want to talk about this because Charlie Intel broke it just today, as well as Exclusive Ace talking about it. In the tweet that he was talking about, it says, "This is huge news. Looks like lobbies will be sticking together and map voting will return. Skill-based matchmaking likely won't be nearly as much of an issue with this system." Now, that's Exclusive Ace tweeting that out. Now, that being said, if that's the truth, that when this game fully releases, now again, I know I just said this is the alpha. That was the alpha build that they were playing during the stream yesterday, during the reveal. That's huge news, man. Look, Call of Duty games in the past couple of years have not had map voting. I mean, Modern Warfare being one of those things where a lot of people were talking about skill-based matchmaking. Hell, I know about skill-based matchmaking in this game of just how atrocious it can be at times. But one thing that actually we can see with map voting is that it's actually going to be keeping lobbies together. The one thing, at least in Modern Warfare, is it seems like any game mode you go into, whether it be Ground War, Team Deathmatch, Domination, whatever it might be, it's splitting up lobbies, it's always introducing new people to the lobbies, and it's always different. It's always changing no matter what game you get into as you're continuing to play the game. It never keeps the same lobby of people together. Sometimes it might, but it's very rare that that actually happens, at least in my personal opinion and the way that I've actually played this game and the way it's been dealt to me. So with map voting, it looks like the lobbies possibly could be at least sticking together to where people can actually vote for different maps and whatnot. That's what we've had it previously at other Call of Duty games where lobbies stuck together. If you found a good lobby, you had some friends, you were like, you know what, we're never leaving this lobby again. I'm having the most amazing game ever. Let's just keep voting for different maps and whatnot, and hopefully we can stay in this lobby and continue to dominate or whatever it might be. But that was kind of the case back in the day when it came to Call of Duty games, but it hasn't been like that for quite some time. So map voting is coming back, or at least possibly could come back to the game. I hate to say it is coming back. Hell, we don't know because it's the alpha. But at least from what it was shown during the stream, I believe it was Noah J was one of the streamers, and it showed on his stream that map voting was there. So hopefully it's coming back. Hopefully it's a way to where skill-based matchmaking is not too terrible of a deal. I mean, I don't know. I want to have my hopes up again. I know a lot of people out there have been watching my videos, giving me some good good comments, saying, hey, you know what, this is an alpha, things can change, and I definitely agree. Look, I know the criticism that I'm giving this game right now, or the alpha that was streamed. I know I'm giving criticism out to a game that it could possibly change by the end of the time when it gets released. I do kind of agree though that this is kind of the game that we will get because we are so close to release. I don't know how much changing they can actually do to the game prior to its release, but I also understand that yes, this is an alpha, things can change. But I at least wanted to let you guys know that not skill-based well, we will talk about skill-based matchmaking, but map voting is something that could be possibly returning when the game fully releases. Now, let's talk about skill-based matchmaking. Let's talk about team balancing, because these are one things that still to this day is something that I am really seeing in Modern Warfare, and I'm just kind of I don't know why this happens and why it's extremely strong. And the funny thing is that you've had people from Drifter to Exclusive Lace to so many other people that have tried to see and test how bad skill-based matchmaking is, how strong it is. And will it be making a return into Cold War? Now, I think that's one thing that has been stated, is that the same skill-based matchmaking system that was used in Modern Warfare, I believe that's actually one thing that's been hinted that is going to be returning in Black Ops Cold War. I can't remember exactly what article I read it in, but it was one of those things where I read it a couple weeks ago, and it did say in there that actually, you know what? I take that back. If you actually go back to one of my videos, I'm trying to remember right now, in the multiplayer reveal, it actually says the same skill-based matchmaking system in Modern Warfare is making return in Black Ops Cold War. So I'll tell you this, I'm not a huge fan of skill-based matchmaking. I think you should just be actually just grouping up with people that have the best connection possible. You should be playing with people the best connection possible, other than skill-wise, and finding the same people of your equal skill, because really, in my personal opinion, nobody actually gets better in that. You're playing the same people over and over and over again, and that kind of, at least in my opinion, kind of lowers the playing ground of the people that you're going to be seeing and matching up in lobbies. So I'm not a huge fan of it. I think actually kind of going back to like a Titanfall 2 game, or even hell, going back to old Call of Duty games, I mean, the matchmaking systems were really good because you did get matched up with people that had the best connection possible for your gaming experience. So, skill-based matchmaking, I'm not a huge fan of it. Hopefully it does not make a return in Black Ops Cold War, but at least it's been one thing that's been talked about previously, that it is going to be coming back in this, but maybe map voting might, tone it down a little bit. Now, the next thing I want to talk about, and this kind of goes hand in hand with skill-based matchmaking, and that is team balancing. Now, I think team balancing has been around for quite a long time, to where the game tries to team you up it tries to team you up against somebody that's equal playing skill to you, but also trying to get people of equal playing, similar to the other team, to where there's some good teammates, there's some bad teammates on both sides, and you kind of go neck and neck to see how it goes. And you guys can see that anytime you're playing a multiplayer game. The one thing I've kind of noticed in Modern Warfare that I really just get annoyed about, and I don't know if how much of this has to do with skill-based matchmaking or this just has to do with the team balancing that is in the game, but I feel like more often than not, at least in Ground War, that you get into these matches where it is just, you either are doing the smashing or you're getting smashed, and there's no way in the world that you're able to make it back. That's at least my experience that I've dealt with in Ground War and other game modes. And I don't know why the team balancing is so bad, because I'll say this, there are times in Ground War, like you're looking at me play right now, where I just go ham. No matter if I'm using kill streaks or I'm using my gun, I'm just going ham and just having a good time and playing against the enemy. However, there are times where I look at the kill list, or I look at the scoreboard, and I'm pretty much the only person with double-digit kills, playing the objective, moving, doing everything. And the opposite team has like 17 of me on their team, to where they're doing everything that I'm doing. It's just my team is not doing, it's not playing the game. It's not playing the objective. It's not doing anything. And that's the one thing that just really irks me. It's like, okay, if team balancing is in this, if skill-based matchmaking is in this game, why are we getting games like that, to where it just doesn't seem like people are playing the game, or it just seems like it's so overwhelming on the enemy team that it's just like, man, I really don't feel like I can do anything whatsoever to make a comeback, even though I'm playing as hard as I possibly can. So this just might be me. I don't know. There might be other people that are experiencing the exact same thing that I am, where you get into these games where it seems like you're just doing an amazing job, but it just seems like you are like dragging your team across the finish line, and they are trying to pull you the opposite way, even though the enemy team has like stacked full of people in it. And again, I don't know if that's, maybe people are playing with friends and they're grouped up, and that might be one thing, but at least when it comes to Ground War, I don't know how much that actually has entail for the way that matchmaking works and team balancing works. But that's at least one thing I wanted to talk about. I know Black Ops Cold War, at least from the reveal, is not having a Ground War. They're having their 12v12. I know other Call of Duty YouTubers out there were saying, hey, you know what, this combined arms, this Ground War type game mode that's 12v12 would be a lot better if it had, maybe 20v20 or whatnot. So I would hope that'd be the case for some of those game modes where, you have combined arms, you're increasing the amount of players. But when it comes to skill-based matchmaking in this game, and it comes to team balancing, I really hope they're able to find a good way of being able to implement them. And again, I'm not a huge fan of skill-based matchmaking, but if they're going to keep it in the game, I'll probably be kicking and screaming, but I'm going to try to work with it the best way I possibly can, similar to the way that I've been working in Modern Warfare. But team balancing is just one of those things I'm just like, man, it's sucky, man, when you're that good player and you are trying to do everything you can to get that team across the finish line. But man, oh man, they are doing everything they can to kind of drag you the opposite way, and the enemy team is just stacked full of good players. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. I definitely know I've run into it quite a bit, but I at least wanted to give you guys my opinion about it. Skill-based matchmaking, it looks like it's going to be making a comeback. It might be mitigated a little bit with map voting. That's at least one thing that has been breaking just recently, that map voting is coming back. But also team balancing is just one thing I would love to see focused on, and not I would love to see it toned a little bit to where it's not as crazy at times when it comes to Modern Warfare. Hopefully it gets fixed a little bit when it comes to this next game coming out. But I at least wanted to give you guys my opinion about it. Let me know in the comments below, what are you guys thinking about skill-based matchmaking? Do you like it that map voting is coming back? And then have you had the same experience that I've had when it comes to team balancing, where you just get into these games and it's just like, you are doing everything you possibly can, but it's just not enough. I don't know. I feel like I get more into those types of games than anything else. But I'm hoping that's not going to be the case when it comes to Black Ops Cold War. Maybe it'll be fixed a little bit. But I won't hold my breath. But I at least wanted to give you guys my opinion, and please let me know in the comments below, what do you guys think about team balancing? What do you guys think about skill-based matchmaking? And what do you guys think about this news that map voting is coming back to a Call of Duty game? So, guys, hope you enjoy the video. Have a great rest of the day. Look forward to seeing you guys again. Take care. Bye-bye.